Hey, welcome to today's daily sprint. We're talking about increasing our purpose, passion, and meaning. And I'm so excited because I'm getting towards the end of our book, and it got a little bit of a dry. So yeah, when the sprints, maybe they're a little dry for y'all. Thanks for still tuning in. Now it's starting to fire back up. I'm almost done. And Adam Grant is talking about happiness. Like happiness is so prevalent in our society. It's built into, is it the Constitution, the pursuit of happiness? Like it's literally built into one of the founding documents of the United States. Crazy. So we're so driven, happy. What makes me happy? And we look for big things, and we look to change our location. You know, like we went and moved in the colder months, and went to move in Florida, and people were like, "Oh, you must be so much happier." Now we were more comfortable, okay, but not necessarily happier. Like if you're depressed now, you're gonna be depressed on vacation regardless of your environment. So your environment can change comfort, but not necessarily happiness. But yet we look forward to those things and we push for them, or we work super hard because we think like money is going to make us happy. And yes, there is some things that money can do that improve our comfort. But something just happened, because I was trying to think of how I can convey this and how Adam Grant, then something just happened right now. My wife was on a conference call earlier. She was the first one on for her company. And she's like, "Hey, do I get a prize for being first one on?" They're just joking because, there's that awkward Zoom moment where you gotta think of small talk to say before the Zoom actually starts. Yeah, okay. If you've ever done Zoom, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, and she's like, "Hey, I'm the first one on. Do I get a surprise?" And they're like, "Of course you get a prize." And she's like, "Okay, I want some cookies then." And then the Zoom started and everyone laughed and it was fine. Well, literally an hour later, and this Zoom I think was being held in Utah. I think that's the base of her company, so it wasn't down the street. Then a few minutes later, she gets these gourmet cookies delivered to her. Oh my gosh, my heart is filled with joy, and it says, "Thank you for being amazing and for being the first person to hop on the call." What an insane act of kindness. And I got to imagine that they're happy because Erica is going nuts. I'm going nuts. Guys, at the end of the day, it's cookies. You know what I mean? Gourmet cookies. But that just created insane happiness. You didn't have to go on a crazy vacation. We didn't have to make $1 million. Not saying to not pursue those things. Those things are all great and fine. But what can we be doing today that brings joy into another human being's heart? So now that they did this for me, now I'm like, man, I'm gonna send out 25 gratitude messages of people that I'm just grateful for, people that are just doing it right. So I'm messaging parents that I haven't talked to in a bit. I messaged my buddy Mike, who's just an amazing, because we get so busy. We get so busy trying to be happy, right? You ever busy, gotta work so we can hopefully be happy, and then we're exhausted at the end of the day. You know what? Do something right now. Go send a message out to someone. Go buy a card for someone. Put it on their car windshield, and just watch your level of joy just increase. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" And you're gonna burst their bubble, and they're gonna get out of their little zone of work, busy. And then they're gonna go and do that for someone else and create a little bit of joy for themselves. It doesn't take, the point of today's daily sprint is it doesn't take big, gigantic, monumental things to make you happy. That is great. Pursue your goals, pursue your dreams. You know I'm all about that. But along the way, don't lose sight of happiness because you think you've got to do so big. The tiniest things in the world can just bring so much joy and happiness into your world and into other people's world. So I hope this inspires you to just do something small right now that makes another human being happy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next daily sprint.